10 days ago, Iran had a supreme leader who had ruled for 36 years. Now, there's a new leader, and it's important to note what policies he will make. Let's look at the background, what happened. So on February 28th, United States and Israel they launched a coordinated strikes on Iran. One of those strikes killed Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, a man who had led the Islamic Republic since 1989. And his death wasn't just a military event, it was a constitutional crisis because Iran's entire political structure revolves around one position, the supreme leader. And suddenly, that position was empty. And what made it even worse that Khamenei had never publicly named a successor. He reportedly told associates the choice had to be made without political shortcuts and based on the principles. But the country was at war, and there was no time for a clean process. Before we talk about who Mojtaba Khamenei is, let's talk about what he lost on the same day his father was killed. The February 28th strike, it didn't just kill Ali Khamenei, it was killed Mojtaba's mother, his wife, his sister, and his brother-in-law on the same attack. Think about that for a moment. The man who is now running Iran became supreme leader while burying half of his family. And whatever you think about his policies, that is an extraordinary personal tragedy sitting behind this announcement. Mojtaba Khamenei is 56 years old. He's the second of Ali Khamenei's 6 children, born in 1969. He was raised in the holy city of Mashhad as his father was building his revolutionary credentials. He never ran for office, he never gave press conferences, he barely even appeared in public. There are only a handful of photos of him over the past 2 decades. But inside Iran's power structure, he was considered one of the most influential figures in country's history. He joined the Revolutionary Guard as a teenager. He served in Iran-Iraq War in 1980s, and he spent the decade after that. He built a deep and personal relationship with Islamic Revolutionary Guard commanders, the people who actually control Iran's military and security apparatus. Now, Western intelligence agencies, they had traced him for years. The US Treasury sanctioned him in 2019, accusing him of working on behalf of his father and advancing what Washington called destabilizing regional ambitions. In Iran, he was rumored to have been behind the rise of hardline President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad in 2005 and disappeared 2019 re-elections, the one that triggered the Green Movement protests. On March 8th, the Assembly of Experts voted. Multiple reports indicate the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps applied heavy pressure on assembly members throughout the process, an online meeting described by participants as operating under unnatural atmosphere. But the vote happened, and the announcement went out. Trump called Mojtaba Khamenei a lightweight and said he would need American approval for survival, a statement that Tehran immediately rejected. Russia's Putin, they offered unwavering support. China said Iran's internal affairs are Iran's business. Israel said it will pursue every successor. So Iran now has its third ever supreme leader, a man shaped by war, by the Revolutionary Guards, and by grief. So whether he continues his father's path, whether he seeks a way out of the conflict, or whether he has no choice but to fight. This is the question the entire world is watching right now.